You are listening to Proof Text, a Glossa House podcast exploring Scripture and all things related to it. New episodes are released daily. For more information, check out glossahouse.com and subscribe to our channels on Spotify and YouTube. Welcome and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Proof Text. I am Michael Halcomb, and this is a Greek Growcabulary episode, which means we're focusing on growing our Greek vocabulary. Today, we have on the docket the Greek root meg, mu epsilon gamma, meg. And if you play soccer or basketball, you know about Megan, taking the ball through someone's legs. But if you are familiar with Greek, even just English, right? That meg, you can probably figure out other words that's related to, like mega, things like that. So, and that's what we're focusing on, that Greek root meg, and that's really what it has to do with is like big, large, that kind of thing, meg. So just think of mega. That's your mnemonic for this week. Let's head over to stepbible.org, and I'm going to pull up the Greek text and see if we can do a search there. Got that. I'm going to hit the search button, set my keyboard to Greek, type in meg, and see what we get. So here we go. We got a list here, and there's quite a bit going on. So let's just look at these. We have megalacheo, which means to boast, which is to say a great thing about yourself. Megalios, mighty, has to do with greatness. Megaliotes, majesty, again, greatness. Megaloprapes, majestic. Again, I don't need to keep saying these have to do with, greatness. You can figure that out yourself. Megaluno, to magnify, or I magnify. Megalos, greatly. Megalosune, majesty. Megas, great. Meiethos, greatness. Meistan, great man. Meistos, greatest. Megaloprepia, majesty. Megalopatergos, Pterugos, sorry. Megalopaterugos, having great wings or large wings. I've never seen this word. Megaloremoneo, to speak great words. That's an awesome word. Megaloremoneo, to speak great words. That's awesome. This doesn't look like it occurs in the New Testament, but perhaps the Septuagint. And there's other words here: lofty language, great speaking, very fleshy, high-minded, magnificence. So we're just going to look at the one we're sort of most interested in here, which occurs 240 times, which is just megas. And we see that first in Matthew 2:10. Charan megalen sfodra, and there's that adverb sfodra modifying megale, very great, very big, right? In Matthew 4:16, we have mega, and we have Matthew 5:19, megas. Now remember that this is an adjective, but it's got an interesting, the nominative masculine singular is megas, right? So it's not going to have an os, it's having an as on the end. Nevertheless, the genitive is megalu. So it's megas, megalu. And then if we go back up to the top, right, we see that the feminine, we would have megas, nominative masculine, megale, nominative feminine, and then for mega, we would have that as the nominative neuter, as well as the accusative neuter. So megas, megale, mega. Yeah, so remember that. So megas, megale, mega, and then megalu, megales, megalu, right? And so on and so forth. Yeah, so this is a pretty. Now you'll see this weird looking form in Matthew 11:11, meson. Now this is the comparative form. So you got to be aware of that it's related to mega, but meson. It's the comparative form. great, greater, greatest, right? That kind of thing. So you have the normal, mega, megas, then you have the comparative, meson, and then you have the superlative. I think it's malista or something like that. Yep. So you see meson in Matthew 12, 13. You see it in Matthew 18 a couple times. And yeah. So this is the root meg, and it has to do with greatness or largeness. Yep. And even have the idea of majesty, right? Perhaps that's related to that. That MEG may be related to MAJ somewhere back in the English language. So meg or medj sounds like madge. Yeah, so I don't know. I'd have to look into that. I'm just guessing. But yeah, I'm going to stop there for the Greek root meg. Say, I hope that helps.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? Glossa House can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, Glossa House offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to glossahouse.com today. Glossa House, language resources for the global community.